Radio Rebel, a Disney Channel movie that has all the stereotypes of an early 2000s or 2010 high school movie. The main character is played by Debbie Ryan, who's most notorious for saying,
My one thing was I went into the Disney Channel building and I sat down with the president of Disney Channel and I said, I want to make history. And that's what this is.
I watched this movie for the first time like a month ago and completely forgot about the whole plot. Amongst the countless memes that were blasted all over the internet that first brought this movie to my attention, actually when I went to go look for it, it was extremely hard to find. I even looked on Disney Plus and it was not there. It was so bad that Disney didn't even want to claim this movie. We start out as a typical high school movie, the main character Tara introducing all of the stereotypes.
Jocks, outcasts, dorks, queen bees, and their fellow pops.
We are then introduced to her weirdly obsessive guy friends.
You even breathe at a time like this. Last night, Radio Rebel revealed the biggest clue yet about her identity. She goes to our school.
Which are twins apparently. I don't see the resemblance, but that's just me. And the shorter one looks like if Kristen Bell and Ed Sheeran had a child. Can we also address about what Chris Sheeran says?
Radio Rebel is my soulmate. We're connected.
We are then introduced to the popular girl, to which I said while watching this, I've never understood why the popular girl always needs a secretary. It does not make sense. The principal eventually walks in, and her purpose in this movie is to be the annoyance to everybody.
You know that there's an anti-distraction policy.
But I wasn't even listening to it.
Oh, no, you can't, can you?
I'm not really gonna go over the popular... Oh, I hit my mic. I'm not really gonna go over the popular love interest because there's nothing really to his character other than wanting to write his own meaningful music from the band that he's a part of. That's pretty much it. So pretty much now that everybody's been introduced, the movie moves along to this theater class / project. Tara has a heart attack over this because, oh no, she can't be in the same room as her crush. Joke's on her because she gets paired up with him and the mean popular girl. And the next scene, her stepfather finds that she is Radio Rebel, and so he does this.
You're Radio Rebel.
That depends. Am I in trouble?
You are gonna be Slam FM's next big thing. You're hired. That's what you are. You're hired. Ah!
Yeah, she didn't even say yes or no. He walks out and says she's basically just hired on the spot. Alright. Also, the voice modulator that she will be using throughout this movie does not change her voice one bit. It is so recognizable.
You go.
And that rounds off the final set for my favorite local band.
She literally sounds the same. Tara's stepdad takes her to the studio the next day where her character is supposed to act scared. Whoever wrote this movie and directed it made this shy girl charade look like an absolute joke.
Tara, come out where I can see you.
Why are you hiding behind a fridge? I'm shy. I'm shy. I'm shy. Can you tell? The next scene is so annoying with Tara trying to practice in the studio when literally like 5 seconds later she gets on air and she acts completely normal.
Wait, okay, maybe I should play a song just to make sure I know how to... Oh, no. Stop this. This is Radio Rebel, live from Slam FM.
What is that about? What is this stare that she gives? This is the stare of a killer. While she is at the studio, she has many callers call in to tell her about their insecurities.
I'm afraid of getting cut from the football team.
I'm afraid I'll always be a single integer.
I'm afraid to do my own thing.
I think that the writers are trying to be relatable with that, but it just comes off as shallow and dumb. Eventually, we get to my favorite scene of the whole entire movie.
I'm afraid to show people the real me.
Okay, go off, girl. I'm afraid of being me. Tara's best friend gets so fed up on a secret that Tara won't tell her that she does this.
Tell me what you're hiding or I'll start screaming in 3 seconds.
What?
1,
Audrey, no.
2.
Audrey.
Then like 5 minutes later, she literally just straight up tells her.
I'm Radio Rebel.
Oh, I don't believe you.
If you're like me and believe music can change the world one track at a time, you're gonna love this track by one of my new favorite bands.
There's also this side beef that the popular girl and Tara have throughout the whole entire movie that I feel like it just drags on for way too long. We get a scene of them fighting during rehearsal, during a house party, and even till the end pretty much of the whole entire movie. It's just pointless. But let's talk a little more about this house party. The main point of it was to show that Tara could be in 2 places at once. And the band is saying the weirdest lyrics I have ever heard on a Disney Channel movie.
Daddy chased me down the street.
I beg your pardon?
Daddy chased me down the street.
Because Radio Rebel has been causing such a ruckus on campus, their principal says,
I'm canceling the prom.
oh boy. And then we get this montage of everybody dogging on Radio Rebel.
Do you know how many dreams you crushed by canceling prom? I agree with the last caller. I had just gotten a date and now it's over.
This is the last time I'm listening to you. Ever.
She panics and feels the need to fix this whole situation, so she comes up with Morp, which is prom backwards.
I feel horrible.
You didn't ruin it. That principal did.
I knew she was angry, but I didn't know she was gonna do something like this.
Man, that Marino's such a backwards thinker.
Backwards. That's brilliant.
I want to do something about it. And so does Slam, which is why we're giving you all what you want. Your prom back.
And apparently this just restores peace amongst everybody. Now that Morp is upon us, we get some pretty cringe-worthy acting to say the least. We first see how Chris Sheeran is still delusional.
Where's Radio Rebel?
Oh, my true love shall be revealed.
Last time I checked, no guy ever talked like this in high school. And I was in high school fairly recently, I'll put it that way. Tara and her best friend have an emergency meeting down in what I think is a basement. And as they are talking, we see the popular girl has gone a little psycho over becoming prom queen or Morp queen, however you want to put it.
You're beautiful. You're a queen no matter what happens.
Yikes. We soon scurry along to the point in the movie where Radio Rebel just gets crowned prom queen, basically. But the way that she enters the stage is just, it has the most cringe dialogue. No.
I'm the girl who sits in the back of the class, who never raises her hand, who's so afraid of saying the wrong thing, she says nothing instead. I need to be true to myself.
I'm Radio Rebel.
And everybody clapped. The principal soon thereafter comes to the stage and expels Tara.
And now that I know who Radio Rebel is, she is definitely getting expelled.
It kind of backfired on her, so she just leaves the stage.
I'm Radio Rebel!
No, I'm Radio Rebel.
No, I'm Radio Rebel!
Loveboy plays a song and everybody starts dancing to it, which is typical, but that's not important. Why does everybody have a crown? What was the point of the contest if everybody has a crown? The closing scene after Loveboy finishes his song gave me flashbacks. Oh my gosh. And these are the kind of flashbacks that I want to forget. I'm having flashbacks to my first kiss. They intently stare at each other and share the most awkward exchange. If I were to rate this movie, it would be a 2 out of 10. The acting, the dialogue, the audio mixing, and the interesting choice of music was just a mess in my opinion. Anywho, thank you if you stuck this far into the video. It helps me out so much. Like, subscribe, comment, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao!